So let's help people what the DLC, Della Leaders Club, how that vision came for you and the same process that you went through to build some of these other things. I'm assuming you've used a lot of that in this building of DLC. So let's take a few minutes here on this segment and talk about your new baby, as I call it, your new baby, which has now grown into a full-blown adult who's traveling around the world. So tell us about the Della Leaders Club.
By far the most exciting thing that's happened to me during the pandemic. So DLC is a pandemic baby, and it was conceived and it took shape during the first pandemic lockdown. DLC is a global community of entrepreneurs, professionals, and young leaders. Again, going by my own example of being a first generation entrepreneur, there has been a hollow void. All times I've always tried to look for a search for a need of a support system. As a first generation entrepreneur, you're always worried about doing things. You do take the risk and do it. But what if something goes wrong? You need a support system. Not just when times are bad, even during good times, you're growing, you need support system. Finances, you need support system. Knowledge, you need support system. Because at the end of the day, entrepreneurship is all about the knowledge you gain and how do you deploy with true utmost honesty. So it has always been a quest for knowledge, quest to stay ahead of the curve. How can I beat the competition? How can I think and have the foresight and the vision to think not just immediate, but how can I think into the future, and so on and so forth. So every entrepreneur goes through all of these things. What if we created an ecosystem which we call as a community to build for entrepreneurs, professionals, and young leaders to address all these challenges? That's what DLC is. And hence now DLC has been rated by none other than Forbes New York as the world's first business platform. So it is not a transactional platform, but in reality, it's a genuine support system. It's a 360-degree platform for the world of entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs connecting globally from here to Moscow, New York to London, Hong Kong to Singapore, Dubai, Bangkok, and cities in India. So by the first year when we launched it in June 21, we launched it in 15 cities in the world. And each of these 15 cities, we managed to onboard some of the finest men and women of eminence like yourself. There are so many of them. There is Barry Johnson, who's been one of the chief strategic advisors to Barack Obama, has held multiple positions in White House. There is David Schroffs, Donald Trump's attorney, the prime most criminal lawyer in the world. David is a well-known speaker. There are deans of universities, the current dean of Oxford, Soumitra Datta, the ex-dean of Cornell, current dean of Thunderbird University. The board member of Stanford, Ronald Diamond. I can go on and on and on. It's amazing to have men and women of eminence who've all aligned with the vision of trying to drive people from a life of success to a life of significance. And that line, significant life for humans and others, has resonated with the whole world.